Hello, my fellow Nigerians. Tinubu, you cannot run to anywhere. Where are you running to? To say that the administration of President Bola Tinubu is earnest in a crisis of credibility is to put the situation mildly. For a man who got to the office with a statistically narrow mandate of 37% of total votes cast, many expected Tinubu to rise above himself in order to establish an enduring legacy. That expectation now appears misplaced. Even more worrisome is that despite being in a dish, the president and his handlers continue to dig by displaying a behavior the Yoruba would describe as Tani o Mumi. As I once explained on this page, it is the kind of impunity that carries a certain sense of hubris, not only for the perpetrator, but also for the larger society. It all began with a report in the Cable, which supplied the proof for what most already suspected or knew. The federal government has been spending trillions of naira to pay for fuel subsidy, even when officials continue to parrot the presidential deceit that subsidy is gone. Then former Vice President Atiku Abubakar released a scathing statement that Nigeria has been effectively mortgaged to President Bola Tinubu, his family, and associates, citing how the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited (NNPC) allegedly put its retail arm under the control of OVH, which he claimed it has been disputed by NNPC Limited. It is controlled by Wale Tinubu's Orlando. These issues were still playing out when Nigerians got to know that a new presidential jet had been surreptitiously purchased by a government that has been doubling down on policies that make life difficult for the ordinary Nigerian. The new plane, bought far below the market price, saves Nigerian huge maintenance and fuel cost, running into millions of dollars yearly, was all the explanation from the villa. Even when Nigerians still don't know the cost of this plane and how it was acquired, and we probably would not have been informed about it had the Chinese firm Zhonghan Fengcheng Industrial Investment Company Limited not impounded 3 presidential aircraft in Paris, following the order of a French court on their dispute with Ogun State. It was the court that includes one AC J330 200 FN FGN MSN 1053, recently bought from Amac Corporate Jet, Zurich, and still stationed at Basel, while authorizing the bailiffs to go any place where the aircraft registered are located and seize them. That was how Nigerians got to know that we have a new presidential jet. The aircraft, we would later learn, was released as an act of benevolence to our president by the Chinese company so that it would not affect his travel plans, including to China next week for the Forum of China-African Cooperation Summit. Incidentally, I am currently in Chengdu, Sichuan province of China for the 2024 Media Cooperation Forum on Belt and Road, where I was among the speakers yesterday on the theme Enhancing Media Cooperation for Common Development. I will also be attending the third Belt and Road News Network Council meeting today before heading back home on Sunday. In his column last Sunday, explaining how Tinubu's fuel subsidy reform efforts unraveled, Waziri Adio concluded that for the administration, an open acknowledgement that the subsidy is still very much with us is a necessary starting point. For you cannot address what you haven't even accepted exists or is a problem. And after coming clean, the government needs to level up with Nigerians about how it plans to manage the subsidy in a transparent and accountable way. But that is precisely where the problem lies. This president is exhibiting a contempt for transparency and accountability in the conduct of government business. We saw that with the award of the contract for the multi-trillion naira Lagos Calabar Coastal Road project and the manner several projects are running concurrently. So much has been said about Tinubu's political acumen and the fact that he plotted his way to power without being beholden to any interest. That may well be true, but a leader must embody not only political skills to secure power, but also the right values that would enable him to govern in the interest of the public good. Even when a president calls a citizen to a greater national purpose or makes decisions that are broadly seen as driven by good impulses, according to Michael Hugh, they can drive ordinary results. He will have the public on his side, even when many people disagree with his policies, if what he is pursuing is fair. Insist pride in national actions or serves laudable goals, while his thesis may be on the American presidency. The moral authority he canvasses is indeed true of all presidencies, due to the policy choices being made by the Tinubu administration, which may not necessarily be wrong but have been implemented in a cavalier manner. Nigerians have had to bear an unprecedented hardship occasioned by astronomical cost of goods and services in the past 15 months. Effectively, local air travel has been placed beyond the reach of most Nigerians, as can be glimpsed from industry statistics. We pay several times more at the pump than at any time in history. Electricity tariffs have gone through the roof, regardless of whether one is categorized under band A, B, or F. Parents have had to withdraw their children from schooling abroad following the collapse of the naira, and only middle-class professional who doesn't know the prices of basic foodstuffs like garri, rice, tomatoes, pepper, etc. in the markets must belong to the Gospel Akpabio exclusive club of those who are eating. Unfortunately, the president believes he can continue to live like an emperor and revel in ostentatious lifestyle at a time millions of Nigerians are attempting to cope with harrowing times. I saw this quite earlier. In fact, within the first month of the administration, and I want in a column, my convoy is longer than yours. Following his first official visit to Lagos, what was on display is a metaphor for profligacy and abuse of public resources that have come to define officialdom in Nigeria. I wrote in response to the video of this long convoy of vehicles, which was posted on social media by a bragging supporter of the president. The real issue is whether a government that preaches sacrifice can continue with such indulgence, especially at the period when many people are going through hard times. My people, you see what is happening in Nigeria. There are many things that are underground that we don't know. In your comment section, say your opinion, comment, subscribe, share, love, and like. God bless Nigeria. Thanks, and God bless. Amen.